Ooh, okay. This one might be good. This one might be good. Am I the asshole? Wife wants to invite her parents to stay with us for 6 months. I am not okay with this. Can't wait for the context. Fucking right, though. Hear me out. How about no? We have been happily married for 7 years with a 4-year-old daughter. We rarely have disagreements, much less major arguments. She was born and raised in China, moved to the US in 2011, naturalized, has no intention or desire to return. Her family, including her parents, live in China. She is currently a stay-at-home mom. I was born in Japan but was raised in the US. I am the family breadwinner and handle all of our finances, etc. When our daughter was born, my wife's parents stayed with us for a whole year. I had apprehension about this, but we had a new baby and my wife was still working and I didn't want them to feel unappreciated. They were objectively not bad people. They love our daughter and were helpful in supporting my wife, but there is a huge cultural and language divide that I'm not sure can be overcome. I realize it's normal in many other cultures for the in-laws parents to basically live with the family and grandchildren, but that certainly wasn't the case with me. My in-laws have been to the US all of 3 times. They don't speak English. They are not really aware of Western social boundaries and norms. They are of also the age where they aren't really interested in learning these norms. We live in an outer suburb that is not accessible by any other way than private vehicle, so they are essentially housebound the entire time they are here. When they came to stay with us the first time, I was initially happy to have them, but after a few months, the happiness started to turn to near resentment. We had no privacy. They had behaviors that to them were maybe normal/innocent, but I found bothersome/disrespectful. Due to language, I was unable to directly communicate and ask them to change their behavior. The same coming from my wife was not effective due to cultural norms, and we're your parents, we raised you, so you don't really get to tell us what to do. Ooh, okay. This placed an emotional divide between me and my wife. I was also the FNG. Oh, the fucking new guy. At work and working harder and longer than I am now. I started to dread going home. I stayed at work long after my shifts had finished. It was the only way I could get away and have time for myself. I became more withdrawn and it was obvious. I felt trapped. I genuinely feared for our marriage at one point. Fast forward 4 years later. She wants to invite them over so they can spend time with our daughter. I am not opposed to this. She wants them to come for 6 months. I would be okay with maybe 2 or 3. She keeps coming up with reasons why it has to be 6. I'm simply not okay with this, especially how it affected our relationship last time. I also don't want our daughter to see me like I was 4 years ago. Once again, I feel like what I think doesn't matter. And if I didn't go along, then it's because I don't like my in-laws or I don't want them to spend time with their daughter. Neither of which are the case. Am I the asshole here? Let them stay in a hotel? Yeah! 2 to 3 months is generous, right? Top comment, not the asshole. A stay over that long needs both parties to buy in. You shouldn't feel trapped at work because you don't want to go home. 2 months is plenty. 1 month would be plenty. By the way, the bigger issue brewing here is that that eventually she is going to want them to stay forever. It sounds like they're making a trial run for living their golden years with you at the expense of your sanity. Ooh, nope. Ooh, Yeah, not the asshole. Not the asshole at all. Okay, we got another one. Am I the asshole for interrupting my son's date so he could pick up his little sister? This one could go either way. All right, here we go. I'm a single father, 43M, to 2 children, Max, 17, and Lisa, 8. I usually have Lisa in after school clubs so that I'm able to pick her up after work. However, last evening, I was given some work that had me working overtime. I did my best to negotiate out of it, but my manager told me that the assignment was to be completed by that night, so I just did. It was nearing towards 6 p.m., and I just knew I wouldn't be able to make it to Lisa, so I called Max and asked him to pick her up. He responded by saying that he couldn't because he was on a date with his GF for their 6-month anniversary. I told him that I understood, but that I really needed him to get Lisa and that I'd make it up to him for interrupting. He just angrily turned off the phone, and I thought that while he was mad, he had decided to pick her up. 30 minutes later, I receive a call from Lisa's school on where I was because the school was about to close and no one was there. Luckily, one of Lisa's friends' mother said that they drop her off and that was all good. However, I don't really like it when Lisa goes with that particular friend, not because of the friend, but because of the mother. She has this habit of asking math questions in the car that she knows Lisa is unable to answer and then criticizes her over it. It's all just very mean. What the fuck? What? Why? What? I called Max and asked him where he was and that he was in big trouble when he got home. He just told me that he was busy and to leave him the hell alone. What? He came home around 9 p.m. I told him that he was grounded and that he was not allowed to use the car for a good 3 weeks. At that, he got all mad and said that it wasn't his fault. I was failing as a parent and unable to afford someone to collect Lisa. Sorry, my 6-month anniversary with my girlfriend. Absolutely out of line. Edit, this is the 3rd time I've asked Max to pick up his sister in the span of a year and a half. Some people are asking why I don't have a nanny. Money is tight. Yeah, right. No, like, everyone's struggling right now. Right, just go pick up your little sister. You can go back to hanging out with your fucking girlfriend afterwards. Like, I'll take the bullet here. Not the asshole. You're not failing as a parent. You had to work overtime, not out drinking or fucking off. Your son was in the wrong here for not helping, turning the phone off and calling you out for it. But you two need to talk this out and discuss expectations. If you expect him to be part of the contingency plan, there needs to be crystal clear on that. That happens, and what happens to car privies when he doesn't. That, yes, that's fantastic. That's really, what the fuck? Reddit actually coming out with some good advice? So, like, really good, well thought out comment? Okay, yeah, all right. His poor little sister, imagine how she must have felt. Right, exactly, Sammy. Right. No, I think, yeah, the kid is absolutely being an asshole. I think the kid is justified in being upset, but it's not the kid's fault. It's not the dad's fault. It's mandatory overtime in this capitalistic hellscape's fault. He needs to be talked to. He's not too old to be grounded. You can't hit a kid, but you can tell him he can't go on dates for a while. Absolutely. Absolutely. You just take it away from him. The kid was 100% being an asshole. The kid deserves to be grounded, but also I think the dad needs to have a conversation. Be like, hey, I'm sorry that I interrupted your date. Things are tight right now. It hurt my feelings when you said that I was failing as a parent. I'm trying to do my best. I think Gonzo the Great 22 said it really well. You two need to talk this out and discuss expectations. If you expect him to be part of the contingency plan, you need to be crystal clear on that and what happens to car privies when he doesn't. Like, the way that the kid reacted to the question, to asking about this, and then completely ignoring the need and leaving his little sister out and alone, that's fucked up. I got another one for you. A new Dickie. New Dickie. You ready? Here we go. Am I the asshole for not telling my wife to tone down her dancing at our wedding? What? I don't see a way where you could be the asshole here. Yeah, it's their wedding. What? All right, here we go. Throwaway because my wife has Reddit. My wife, 29F, and I, 29M, got married last weekend. We've been together since first year of uni and got married on the 10-year anniversary of the day I asked her to be my girlfriend. That's kind of sweet. We've grown up together, got through thick and thin, and I know there is no one else I want to spend my life with. For context, my wife is half Spanish, and we incorporated a lot of Spanish traditions into our wedding. It also meant that with all her family there, the reception turned into quite the party. I was pretty tired after dancing for a while, so I went to sit and talk with my family whilst my wife kept dancing with her cousins and friends. After a bit of chatting, my mom and aunt essentially told me that they weren't too pleased with my wife's dancing to songs like Low and Sexy Back, saying that her slut drops and wiggling her bottom like that weren't appropriate on her wedding day and were disrespectful to me. To be honest, I didn't see anything wrong with the way she was dancing. It was nothing more than I think any person would dance to songs like that in the club when they were having fun and had a couple drinks, and I told them as such. They said I should tell her to tone it down, but she was having fun with her friends and I didn't see anything gratuitous about it, nor was she super drunk, so I told her it wasn't my place. We ended up wrapping up the party soon afterwards anyway. Boomers getting mad at sexy dancing. You're just gonna let your wife dance all sexy like that and provocative and flirtatious and all sexy like that. It's disrespectful to you as the husband, and I'm definitely not jealous or into women at all. I'm not gay. Don't let her dance like that. Don't let me see that. I mean, don't let her disrespect you that way. The morning after, we had breakfast with my family, and my aunt mentioned to my wife that she was pleased that I eventually got her to tone down. Racist! She was pleased that I eventually got her to tone down the fiesta. So it's less of a homophobia thing. It's less of a misogyny thing and more of a, oh, these brown people are having fun dancing at their own wedding. We can't have that. Hello, white son of mine. Go wrangle your wife? What the fuck? My wife asked what she meant by that, and my mom told her about the conversation from last night. Parenthetical, my wife has told me about this. I was talking to my dad and uncle at the time and didn't hear. My wife apologized. You do not have, no. You do not have to apologize in any conceivable way. That's your fucking wedding. But was then very quiet for the rest of the day. And when we left the hotel, she was very upset with me, saying I should have told her that she had offended my family and that she was humiliated that I hadn't told her anything about it on the night, like my aunt had assumed. Wait, what? I was sorry that she was humiliated, but I was not sorry that I hadn't told her to tone it down, because in my opinion, she didn't do anything wrong. She still thinks I should have told her because now she won't have a good relationship with her in-laws. She doesn't have a good one with her parents. I'm mad at my mom and my aunt and want to apologize for us, but she refuses to bring it up with them and wants to apologize again to them when they come over this weekend. I want to stand up for her because I think they're being incredibly rude, but she doesn't want that. She just wants to mend bridges.
Nope, stop talking, go to jail.
She's still upset with me that I don't see it her way and because I'm not sorry that I didn't tell her to. What? The wife is telling the husband, yeah, you should have told me to tone it down? What? I don't understand. I gotta read some of these comments. I got married into a family that had very particular expectations, so I get where she's at. She wants to keep the peace, but like, no, Sugar Plum, you're better than that. Right. You and your wife are not the asshole. Your family is so controlling and rude that when going to you didn't work, they told her to her face that she danced provocatively and pretended you did what they told you. This needs to stop immediately. You need to stand up for her and give them some serious consequences. Otherwise, they will continue this throughout your relationship. Yeah. And comment. And racist. Don't forget racist. Tone down the fiesta, the audacity. It's the drama baiting from the family for me. Snaps. Absolutely. Why y'all trying to stir up shit in other people's relationship? Oh, right. Narcissism. Interesting. We're gonna try to control you and your wife now. Thank you so much. You are my child and therefore my property, and if you don't end up with someone I like, I'm going to belittle them forever. Fucking right, though. The audacity for people to have fun at their own wedding. Right, like, this ain't about you. It ain't about you. Your wife is dancing too provocatively. Ma'am, this is a Waffle House. It's the tamest thing that's happened here tonight. Literally! Pee-pee, diaper, cock. Pee-pee, pee-pee and cock. Cock and pee-pee! That's so huge. That's so fucking huge. I'm so huge right now.
Penis. It killed it.